Hi guys, so today I'll be filming my everyday makeup look, and I normally like to wear it to school or just to go out for the day to go grocery shopping or stuff like that. So to start off, I will be priming with my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water, and I spray it all over my face until I feel like I have gotten the whole surface of my face and it's nice and wet, so that by the time I get onto foundation it should be almost dried, but it should be still tacky. And for under my eyes, I'm using the salmon color in the NYX Color Correcting Concealer Palette. And I'm using this brush that I got for Christmas in the brush set. I'm using the number 5 brush, and if I can find it, I'll leave a link in the description. I believe you can get it at Shoppers Drug Mart though. And here I'm just blending the rest of it out with my fingers, and I'm using this kind of as a highlighter too, because the foundations that I'm going to be using are quite like very mattifying, very full coverage for me. So to start off, I'll be using the Smashbox Studio Skin 15-Hour Wear Hydrating Foundation, and I'm in the shade 1.0. And I'm just going to use my unique brush, the liquid foundation brush, to just spread it all around my face. And while I'm spreading this on my face, after I've done that, I will be taking the Hourglass Stick Foundation in the shade, I'm in the shade Linen. Now I will also be putting this all over my face. And I'll be taking this unique brush and just blending out all around my face, down my neck, and everywhere until I feel like I've gotten most of my face done. And after this, I'm going to be going in with this beauty blender that I got from Winners. It's not like the real beauty blender, but it's just one from Winners and it was cheaper, so it still works the same way. And I'll be taking my damp beauty blender and just blending out any lines that have been left on my face from the brush, or just any the creases under my eyes, so that when I go to set my eyes or highlight them with one of my Smashbox palettes, that there will be no creases. And to make sure that my nose doesn't get cakey when I use two foundations at once, I normally don't put any on my nose, or I'll put very small amount on my nose, and when I'm finished blending out the rest of my face, I use whatever is left on my beauty blender or my brush to go over my nose. And then that normally leaves me with a non-cakey nose. Oh, and right here, I'm just taking a little bit of my Smashbox foundation and mixing it in with the Hourglass foundation that I put on my forehead. And here I am just taking the rest that is on my beauty blender and putting it on my nose. And if you'd like a tutorial on how I did my eyelash extensions, leave a comment below, please. And if you would like a tutorial on how I did my eyebrows, because I did my eyebrows before I did this video, because I'm still getting used to having the camera on me and everything. So if you'd like a video of how I do my eyebrows, leave a comment in the description. Now, since I'm just doing like an everyday makeup look, I don't really contour my cheeks that much because I normally use a little contour stick. So I'm just going to be taking this contour palette from Smashbox, and I'll be mixing the bronze and contour to go to go under my chin, on my cheekbones, and around my forehead. And I use this same Smashbox palette uh, to highlight under my eyes and on my forehead too. And to blend out my contour and bronzing, I'm using this bronzing powder brush from QUO, which you can also find in the drugstore at Shoppers Drug Mart. I find that it blends very nice. It's a very nice brush, and I normally keep the little plastic thing that goes around the bristles just to keep its shape. Because when I travel a lot, I don't like. I found that some of my brushes have the bristles have been ruined because I haven't kept the plastic things on them. So I normally like to keep the plastic things on them for just when I travel, and it just helps keep the shape. And sorry, but my lips look so bad. It is still snowing currently where I live, and it's like almost the end of March. Last year in 2017, in the springtime, we got snow in June one day. So I live up pretty far up in the north. And here I am using the same Smashbox palette with a brush that I got at a beauty camp a few years back. And I'm just using that brush to just highlight underneath my eyes, on the bridge of my nose, and under my other eye. And I believe I take the beauty blender and use the same highlight after this. Right now I'm taking the Laura Mercier powder in translucent, and I'm just using my damp beauty blender and blend just I don't like to bake under my eyes because I feel like it just looks cakey after a while. So I find that when I pat it in under my eyes, it looks fine. And I'm doing that same on my chin because I normally have dry skin. And I'm just baking a little bit under where I've bronzed so it looks a little bit more cut and not so like big and blended out. I want it to have like that little cut so it looks sharp. And I'm just taking some of that powder and putting it all over my forehead. And here I am taking that highlighting color with my beauty blender, and I'm going to be putting it on my forehead so I have a more of a highlighted forehead instead of just a pale forehead. And here I am just wiping off my bake that's underneath my cheekbones. And I'm just taking that same brush that I used for the highlight, and I'm just brushing off any extra bake that have been left over. Here I am taking my Amazonian Clay 12-hour blush from Tarte, and it is in the color Party. I got this for my birthday gift from Sephora, and I'm just using this random little brush. It's from Beauty Professionals, and I don't even remember where I got it from, but I just found it in my makeup bag, so I just started using it. And it's actually it blends pretty good. Like, I really like this brush. And here I'm just taking my Smashbox Spotlight palette in the gold. And I will be taking Blow. Oh no, I'm not taking that color. I'm taking. Oh man, maybe I am. I'm taking Blow a Fuse gold and Turn It On gold. That is the more whitish highlight and the pinkish highlight to go over my face with the QUO fan brush. You can also find this in the beauty section in Shoppers Drug Mart. Now I'm taking my Makeup Forever Professional blending brush number 242 in Wavy, and I'm just taking this to add more highlight because I feel like this picks up more product, and I really like to look highlighted, and I just really like my highlight a lot. I believe I take after this I take my Urban Decay De-Slick makeup setting spray for oil control, and I spray it on my face, all over my face. And then I think I go back into my Smashbox highlighting palette and I highlight some more because I really like my highlight. Yep, there I'm going. I really like the highlighted dewy look to my face. I really like my highlighted cheekbones and everything. And I also feel like this brush blends out my highlight very nicely, so it doesn't look so like, I just swiped it all over my face in one line. It blends it out pretty nice. And I highlight my cupid's bow, the tip of my nose, and my cheekbones, and a little bit next to my eyebrow. Thanks for watching, guys.